All right, so today we are talking about the topic, are essential oils really essential? So there's so much conversation going on in the world right now about, certain workers are considered essential workers, certain companies, certain businesses are considered essential, and others are not. And I don't know about you, but I have felt a little bit saddened that the massage industry that I have chosen as my professional career was considered non-essential. However, I am super, super, super grateful that I can still provide an essential service with essential oil education. And I think that this is such a timely topic right now with everything that's going on in the world that we live in and how our essential oils can truly be held at much more of an essential standard and status. So, just a little story about me. I started this journey about 10 years ago with doTERRA. And when I started, my girls, which are now 15 and 18, were 8 and 5. And I was a young mom. I had kids super young. And we didn't have health insurance for a really long time. As a self-employed worker myself, my husband was a bartender. We certainly didn't have a stable life at that age, at that time in our lives. And so for me, having something like essential oils in my home was a way for me to feel empowered as a mom. It was a way for me to feel like I had the opportunity to really take care of my kids, to take their health and wellness, and feel like I was able to do something on my own without being worried about having to go to the doctor if they were not feeling well, and relying on somebody else to help me out with my children's health and wellness. So why I bring that up is right now we are kind of stuck in this weird limbo time where they're telling us, unless you're dying, don't go in, right? Unless you're feeling really, really sick, we don't want you here taking over our hospitals. And so how can we as parents, as grandparents, as caregivers to our family members, how can we help them how can we help them from the comfort of our own homes and feel empowered to do so? So today's main concerns are stress management, immune support, right? Community. So many people are feeling lonely. And then wanting to feel capable and empowered. Is there anything else that you guys can think of regarding like today's main concerns?
Got it covered.
So I like to kind of think about what is it that we do have control over when we're feeling so out of control right now. What is it that we do have control over? Well, we don't have any control over other people's behaviors, their thoughts, or their words. The only thing we do have control over is how we choose to respond. Now, what that means is, how do we choose to respond in regards to what do we pay attention to in the media? Where do we put our concerns? And then how can we best give ourselves a healthy body to make sure that we are able to fight whatever may be coming in our path, across our path, right? So one of the biggest things that I'm a little frustrated regarding the media goes is we don't hear enough about how can we support our own immune systems, right? So we hear all of these things about the virus and about this and about that, but we don't hear about how important it is to get out in the sunshine, how important it is to move your body, how important it is to get your fresh vegetables, your vitamins, your minerals, your nutrients, to drink enough water, All of those things we have control over. So how we choose to respond, right, is vitally important. We can choose to put fabulous things in our bodies, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So we'll start off with 3 cool things about essential oils. So first and foremost, they're safe, 100% natural and safe, with no side effects and no addictions. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And they are certified pure therapeutic grade. What that means is that doTERRA's oils are pure and potent. They have undergone immense testing to make sure that there's no mold or mildew that might naturally be residing on the plants, much less any extra toxic chemicals. They don't use any pesticides or herbicides or any of that. And it is our extensive testing that ensures that each and every liter of oil gets tested so that every batch is free from toxins and that you're able to trust that it has the right chemical constituent to do the job that you are hiring this oil to do. Peppermint, for example, is incredibly energizing, right? And so if you're feeling kind of down and groggy, peppermint can be a fabulous oil to reach for to help motivate you to move forward. It helps to promote clear breathing. So if you're feeling a little bit of tension in the chest, you can take a drop of peppermint oil, put it with some coconut oil, and rub that right along your chest and along your lung points. It'll also help to cool the body. So for Andy, I don't know if you've ever done any a peppermint oil spritz. But one of the things that I love to do is take a couple of drops of peppermint oil and just put it in a spritz bottle of water. And when I'm out and about or out in the garden or exercising or what have you, I can use this as an easy way to cool my body down, to cool my temperature. Fast and super, super easy. It's also my favorite go-to for that head tension, right? So when you're feeling the headache in the back of your neck, or in your temples, you can take that peppermint oil and rub it in your hands. You can roll it right over the temples, along the back of your neck, along any of the sore muscles that you might be experiencing that tension headache from. A couple of other things that I love to add into with that peppermint oil is lavender and frankincense for some of that head tension that might not seem to want to go away. Welcome, Beth. I'm glad that you were able to join us. So the second cool thing about essential oils is that they're very effective. Now, oftentimes, modern approaches to health problems, they really focus more on the problem and not the cause. So it's kind of like putting on a Band-Aid instead of figuring out what it is that's actually causing the problem. Now, one of the things that I love about essential oils is that, well, like I said before, they are adaptogenic, which means that they can help to balance out what might be out of balance in your body. And they're small enough in molecular size that they're actually able to penetrate that cell wall membrane and address the DNA and RNA chain on the inside of the cell wall, which is where viruses create their problems, okay? So bacterial issues are found on the outside of the cell wall. Viral issues are found on the inside of the cell wall. What's super exciting about essential oils is, like I said, with the fact that they're small enough in molecular size, they can go in, penetrate that cell, and talk to and readdress that viral issue on the inside. So one of our favorite oils here is On Guard. It's one of our most popular oils for very, very good reason. So it helps to promote healthy immune function. You can apply it to the bottoms of your feet or put it in a diffuser. I love to diffuse this one, especially right after my kids have started school and they're coming back from school with all of the all of everybody else's exposure. And so this is a great one to diffuse in your home. It has a lovely aroma. It's very uplifting, but like I said, it's very, very cleansing. I love the multifaceted usage of it too. So On Guard can really help to soothe a sore throat. I am doing a fun class for someone. They want to do a make and take class, so that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. And if you're interested in hosting your own online class, I'm setting up some fun things. But we're doing a honey, and we're doing it either with On Guard or lemon oil. So a fun little way to use your oils. You can take a drop of honey or a half cup or quarter cup or whatever in a little jar and put a couple drops, I like to do between 3 and 5, of either lemon or lemon and lavender or On Guard or wild orange and cinnamon or cassia. Some fun little things that you can flavor your honey with. And then you can take this and have it with a nice cup of tea or just straight up hot water. Anyway, it's very, very soothing for a sore throat. And then you can use On Guard for cleaning your home and your hands. So they've discovered that 3 drops of On Guard in 36 ounces of water has been found to clear off surfaces and keep them free from re-inhabitation for up to 7 days. So if you're wanting to make sure that your household is super clean and super free from the external pathogens, utilizing a cleaner with our On Guard in it can be super effective in that regard. And essential oils, the third cool thing is that they are very affordable. So they are more affordable than traditional medical care because they are pennies per dose. We all know that our medical system and the pricing of everything is off the charts ridiculous in how expensive some of these medical visits are, right? Even if you have health insurance that is covering 100%, what are some of the other costs that you might incur by going in with, say, an earache, for example? If you were to go in with an earache, what are some of the costs that you might incur by going to see your primary physician for that?
Have your copay.
Yep, you've got a copay. What else?
The test.
Yep,
They prescribe medication.
the medication for sure.
Time.
Time, right? What is your time worth? Time off work, time away from your family, right? Time sitting in the doctor's office waiting for your appointment. Gas to get there. Granted, it's really cheap right now, but gas to get there, right? But not only that, but think about it. After you've been given that antibiotic for your ear infection, now you have to go and replenish all of the good bacteria back in your gut, because if you don't, then you might end up with further issues down the road, right? I don't know if any of you have ever put the 2 and 2 together, but oftentimes overuse of antibiotics lead to long-term gut imbalances that can lead to yeast infections, that can lead to other long-term digestive discomforts. So there are a lot of things that overuse of antibiotics can cause. Can also cause, when you really, really need it, it's not going to be effective for you. So one of the really cool things that I have found in my own family to be very true is that when we have something like an ear infection or an issue like that, taking Melaleuca or tea tree oil and a drop of lavender, putting it behind the ear 2 or 3 times a day until it goes away can be super effective. Drinking a lot of water, making sure that you're getting your probiotics in, all of those things to support your body's natural ability to heal itself. Lavender is one of them that's fabulous for that. Also, it's great for calming the mind, calming the skin, and it's a great antihistamine, which means that that one little bottle that you have in your home can be used for multiple things, which is why it makes essential oils incredibly affordable. When we think about peppermint oil, for example, one drop of peppermint oil is about 8 cents. 8 cents! And it's equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So super, super affordable, pennies per dose. Now I'm going to share with you one of my favorite little videos here. It's Dr. David Steuer, and he's going to share with you the effectiveness of oregano and melaleuca oil.
Bacteria have the ability to change over time.
Can you hear it okay?
For their own self-preservation. Bacteria have their own defensive mechanism. They produce something called a peptidoglycan layer. It's the equivalent of an M&M shell that's protecting the chocolate on the inside. Now, one of the other elements the bacteria are very, very good at making, and that is something called a biofilm. Biofilm is its own very goopy, slimy mess that it covers itself in. So what's now starting to happen is we are finding that once very useful antibacterial medications are no longer effective at all. What that means for us, we have to use stronger antibacterial medications. We have to use more potent antibacterial medications. That comes at a cost to our own bodies. Melaleuca has the ability to come in and start to modify that sludge and remove it so that the oregano can get to the bacteria. And in oregano, there's a product called carvacrol. Carvacrol will bind to that peptidoglycan, and it punctures a little hole in there. Once that hole opens, you start to get a passing of ions back and forth. What that does to the bacteria is it allows it to lyse. It means burst open. And we've now accomplished something very dramatic, and that is by doing nothing more than using 2 simple little plant-based essential oils, you have created a very effective antibacterial solution.
Not cool.
Very cool. So you would use that combination for colds and flus and
Yep. You could use this combination for helping your body to handle some of that bacterial infections. I love to use it both topically, so you can put it together on the bottoms of the feet. You can put it in a capsule and take it internally. What I find is that using it for a couple of days beyond when you've started to feel better can be really effective in keeping it going. Just like you would use an antibiotic for a couple of days after you see your symptoms, right? You want to make sure that this combination is being used as well to keep supporting your own body's ability to heal itself. So I found this to be pretty cool. A 5th grader did a science fair project on the effectiveness of On Guard. And she had taken some bacteria that she had found in her chicken coop and put it on each of these Petri dishes and had taken a little drop of On Guard, some Clorox, and Lysol, and you can see the effectiveness of the On Guard versus the Clorox and the Lysol. Isn't that pretty cool?
cool.
So this is a fun little recipe if you are a DIYer. One of the things that I love to do is save money by making my own household cleaners. So all-purpose cleaner, you can totally use doTERRA's On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. I love, love, love the way that that works for me in my household. But this is a fun little DIY recipe opportunity. It uses borax, white vinegar, and hot water. So you want to add the hot water to the borax and the white vinegar ahead of time to allow that borax to dissolve. And then you can add your essential oils in there. You could do On Guard. You could do a fun little combination. I like to do eucalyptus and lemon. I love the aroma of it. And eucalyptus and lemon are both super cleansing as well to surfaces. And then you can do a 1/4 cup of liquid dish soap. So liquid dish soap or Castile soap, whatever you have in your household is probably going to be just fine for you. You'll want to add that last though, because if you shake it all up, it will get really big if you shake it all up, and so then you won't have the opportunity to add the other ingredients. Fun little DIY there. Now there are 3 ways that we use essential oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. Now, aromatically is something that I love to use in my household all day, every day. We've got a diffuser going, and we do this in my house for a couple of different reasons. One, we have pets, and I love to purify the air and make it not smell like a zoo in my house, so that's helpful. So it helps to cleanse the air. Now, one of the really cool things is that essential oils stay because they're small enough in molecular size, and because the diffusers use water, it helps to stay kind of suspended in the air. What that means for us is that when we are sitting here with the diffuser in the room, every time that we inhale, we get some of those small molecules of the essential oils into our system. Now, when an essential oil hits the olfactory nerve, it sends an instant message to the brain. And it talks to the brain and says, hey, this essential oil, this aroma that you're smelling has some calming properties to it. We're going to send a message to the central nervous system to calm down. So just by inhaling an essential oil, it can control your heart rate. It can control your mood. It can control the way that your body and your mind choose to respond. It can also support the respiratory system. So inhaling something like your lemon, eucalyptus, and spearmint can be really, really powerful for opening up those airways and really creating some good oxygenation to the body. Now, you can do oils aromatically, like I said, in a diffuser. You can put them on a necklace and carry them around with you, so you have your own little personal diffuser that way. One of the ways that I love to use essential oils, and you saw me doing this early on, if you have something in your hands, in your space nearby, I'm going to encourage you to take a drop in your hands right now. Rubbing your hands together like this, creating a little bit of friction, a little bit of heat, can help to release those aromatic properties. Even if you're applying things topically, rubbing it into your skin can create a little extra friction and allow the body to utilize it deeper. And then take about 3 slow, deep breaths off your hands. I love, love, love that application. It's so intense and so amazingly targeted right into the brain. What did you guys choose?
I had lavender,
Lavender?
closest.
What did you use there, Andy? I can't hear ya, girl. Adaptive! Super! And how about you, Beth? What do you have? I'm not sure if she's can talk or not. So I used peppermint, or I used spearmint and eucalyptus because I have it right here. For me, this was so opening to the mind. I have inhaled it off of my hands just a little bit, but bringing it right on in there and taking 3 slow, deep breaths, I think really gets it up into the brain and starts to awaken those senses even more. So the second way that we're going to use essential oils is topically. Now, this can be used for localized benefits. So if you have a swollen knee or if you've rolled your ankle, you can use something like black pepper or deep blue or frankincense or copaiba or lemongrass or marjoram. A lot of really great different uses that you can utilize for something like that, because they're all going to be really good at taking down the inflammation, helping to move the lymph, helping to allow your body's own natural healing response to take over. So when we utilize our essential oils topically, you're going to want to use them in a carrier oil. Now, what that means is that carrier oil is something with a lipid nature to it. It can be olive oil, jojoba, apricot oil, whatever you have in your surroundings is probably going to be fine. doTERRA chooses to utilize their fractionated coconut oil because it has a really long-lasting shelf life. It's not going to go rancid. It has a washability to it that I have not found in other oils. And it has a really good viscosity, which means that it's going to hold the essential oils nicely into the body, which will allow your body to utilize it better. And it's going to be thin enough to allow that essential oil to penetrate, but not too thick. Not too thin. I don't remember where I was going. Doesn't really matter. The FCO, the fractionated coconut oil, is one of my favorites. I have actually started utilizing it in the mornings. I use it just to wake up the skin on my face. I'll put some fractionated coconut oil with some lavender or cypress or rose oil and let that penetrate, rub it in for a little bit, and then I wash it off with a nice warm washcloth. And coconut oil by itself has some really great antibacterial properties as well. So when we use oils topically, like I said, putting on a nice little rub in there can help to bring the blood to the surface. The blood grabs the essential oils and they get in through your body, into your system, throughout the body very, very rapidly. A couple other ways that we use oils topically is the bottoms of your feet. Now, you may have heard me talking about this before. The bottoms of your feet have the largest pores in them. It has the thickest skin, so if there are any essential oils that might be sensitizing, like cassia or cinnamon or lemongrass, thyme, and oregano, those are all very sensitizing oils. So you're absolutely going to want to use a carrier oil with those for sure. But the bottoms of the feet can be a really great way to get the oils on you and in you if you have a sensitization on the rest of your skin. So internally is our third way that we use essential oils. And why you might use oils internally is that it can be great for working with some of your digestive issues. So taking a drop of spearmint under your tongue can help to calm an upset stomach. I love to put citrus oils in my water. It helps to cleanse the body. So citrus oils are very, very great at cleansing your cells. And using citrus oil in water can help you drink more. And like I said earlier, drinking more water is one of the easiest ways to take back control of your health and wellness. So a couple tips on drinking the oils is that we want to make sure, number one, that you're not consuming more than 24 drops in a 24-hour period. Okay. Number two, you're wanting to make sure to use glass or a high quality stainless steel, never plastic. Okay. So you can use essential oils in a veggie cap as well, if you say don't like the taste but really want to get the internal benefits. So one of the recipes that I had posted yesterday was for our skinny jeans recipe, and it was pink pepper. I'm gonna have to go back, but I believe it was pink pepper, black pepper, turmeric, yarrow palm, and frankincense. And so that combination can be really great for helping to boost your metabolism. And one of the easiest ways to utilize that is in a veggie cap. I like to make my veggie caps ahead of time and store them in the freezer. If you don't store them in the freezer, your veggie caps will eventually disintegrate and then you'll have a big oily mess on your hands. So if you're making your veggie caps ahead of time, you can store them in the freezer. Another veggie cap recipe that I really enjoy is a recipe called Floom, Floom, or tea. So they recently changed our Melaleuca to tea tree oil for more accuracy in the plant itself. But frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, and Melaleuca or tea tree oil. So when you had asked about how oregano and tea tree or Melaleuca work together, I would actually combine all 5 of them together in that gel cap and utilize that if my system is feeling really run down and like I need to have that extra immune support.
How many oils, is there a minimum amount of and a maximum amount of oils to put together? I mean, obviously you need one oil, but is there a maximum to put together?
I don't know the answer to the maximum.
Or recommended,
what was that?
or recommended amount that would be okay?
I think that most recipes that I've seen are usually around, like, cap out at that 5 oil mark, but I don't know that I've ever heard any actual science behind a maximum or a minimum when blending.
Okay.
One of the other things that I failed to mention in regard to internal consumption and safety is it's very doTERRA specific because of the testing that doTERRA does. But also look for the supplemental facts box on your bottle. So if you're ever concerned about, can I take this oil internally or can I not? The bottles always tell you. Okay. Easy peasy. All right, so this is just a really short video that shows how topical usage can get into the bloodstream within a matter of seconds. So this is a blood slide that was taken from an individual. They'd taken it out of his finger. And you can kind of see the blood cells are slow moving. They're kind of coagulated, not very happy. This person may have eaten some donuts or something like that for breakfast. And then the next blood slide is from the same individual 30 seconds after applying 1 drop of our doTERRA Balance Blend to the bottom of his feet. Now remind you, this was taken from his finger. So 30 seconds after applying that balance oil, this is what the blood cells look like from the individual's finger. They're free moving, they're oxygenated, they're happy, rocking along. Some of them are going through their die-off phase, and that's totally natural. It's what blood cells are supposed to do when they've extended their lifespan. But a really, really fabulous way to see how effective our essential oils are topically, right? So these are some of my favorite immune support oils. I would totally throw pink pepper in there if you got the BOGO for yesterday. Pink pepper is a phenomenal immune support oil as well as eucalyptus is. So some really great oils for the immune system here. On Guard, lemon, melaleuca or tea tree oil like we talked about, and oregano are all really fabulous for immune support. When we're talking about how can we take control over what we have control over, sleep and stress is another really, really big key to maintaining our sanity and maintaining our own health and wellness. So if you're not sleeping enough, your body doesn't have enough time to replenish and reestablish its health and wellness. So lavender on the bottoms of your feet can be really helpful at bedtime. Frankincense can be really great for helping with that stress reduction. A couple ways that I like to use frankincense is putting a drop on the thumb pad and rubbing it on the roof of my mouth. You can also put it right over the third eye, right over that pineal gland there to help with your stress reduction. You can put it on the back of your neck, right in that soft spot back there behind your skull. Can be a really great way to get that essential oil up and into your brain. And then just inhaling it straight off your hands can be really, really powerful. Again, I love to combine it with that lavender and peppermint when I get headaches. Some other fun stress and sleep oils. Copaiba is really fabulous for helping to reduce stress, balance, serenity, peace, adaptive. So some really great essential oils for helping to reduce that stress and help you to sleep better. So when I talk about taking back control, one of the things that I love, one of the key phrases that has been coined here in our doTERRA family is that we have the opportunity to become the healer in your own home. Now, we truly know that it is the body that does the healing, right? But what these essential oils and supplements can help to offer is we can help to support our body's own natural ability to heal itself. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the analogy of the fisherman that was out in the boat and his boat started leaking or something like that, and he was praying to God. God, please help me. Please help me. I trust in you. Please help me. Please help me. And another boat came by and said, hey, buddy, do you need help? And the guy in the fisherman boat says, no, I'm good. God's got me taken care of. And he's like, God, please help me. Please help me. And then another boat comes by. And God said, and he says, hey, buddy, do you need some help? And he's like, no, I'm good. I got it taken care of. God, please help me. Please help me. And then he eventually drowns, gets up to heaven and says, why didn't you help me? And God says, I sent you 2 boats to come and help you. What else can I do? I don't know if you've ever heard that analogy, that story before. I love that, and I think about that often when we think about how we have the ability to take back our health and wellness, right? We can sit here and hope and wish and pray all day long for health and wellness, but if we don't take the steps and utilize the things that we have been gifted from the beautiful products of this earth, then we're not actually doing as much as we can. So, with that being said, we have some phenomenal essential oils to help support our body's own natural ability to heal itself. Peppermint, like I talked about, is great for cooling the body, helping with digestive discomfort. Digest Zen is another great one for that occasional stomach distress. Now, a couple other things that I want to make mention of in regards to supporting your body's own natural ability to heal itself is we have a phenomenal probiotic, and our probiotic is wrapped inside of a prebiotic and put in a time-released capsule. What that means is it allows the probiotics to get down into the intestinal tract where they're going to do their job. And the prebiotic helps to feed that probiotic so that it can stay alive and so that it can stay viable. Now, with that being said, when we are able to feed our good bacteria in the gut, it's going to help out with so many different things, not only with your stomach distress and upsetness, but also with any skin irritations and fogginess of the brain or the mind. So some great ways that you can use our supplements there. Breathe is our respiratory support. Fabulous for opening up the airways. Like I said, as is the eucalyptus and the lemon. And then Deep Blue is our muscle and joint support. This is going to be a great combination for you to rub over your achy muscles. I love the Deep Blue rub that they've come out with. It's a fabulous blend. It's got that same Deep Blue in it, but it's in a lotion format, so it's really easy to utilize. You don't need an extra carrier oil with it. And one of the things that I love to do is actually put some Deep Blue oil or copaiba or peppermint or frankincense on the skin first and then layer it with the Deep Blue rub, because layering essential oils can really enhance and intensify the essential oil usage as well. So a couple of tips on today's BOGO oils. Spearmint is great to feel revived instead of exhausted. It's very energizing, promoting, relieving, and refreshing. It has also been known as the oil of clear speech. So if you are finding yourself, perhaps you've been stuck inside of your house for too long with someone and feeling kind of at the end of your wits there, spearmint can help to find clear speech, to stop withholding your voice and find that confidence and clarity of thought. Like I said before, it also helps to promote digestion and reduce occasional stomach upset. Great for a breath freshener. Great to partner with cassia, clary sage, ginger, lavender, peppermint, tangerine, and wintergreen. Lemon is the get one. So if you buy spearmint today, you'll get lemon and eucalyptus for free. So lemon is great for clarifying the mind. I love, love, love this in water. It's great for the liver and the kidneys and its detoxification stage. You can either drink it or you can apply it to the bottoms of your feet. I love to actually apply it directly over the liver if I've had a couple of drinks and really want to help support my liver's natural detoxification qualities. You can utilize it for concentration. I love to diffuse it with frankincense and peppermint to really help focus that mind. You can add it to your household cleaner if you'd like to, or like I said, to honey. Great for digestive support with Digest Zen. Great to cleanse the air. You can use it for healthy veins, diluted with cypress oil. If you take a drop or two in water, it can increase your alkalinity. To help with that pH balance. It's great for kidney and bladder support and great for mental fatigue. Oh, and this is one of my favorite uses. To remove permanent markers, sticky residue, or gum. In hair, you can apply several drops to the affected area. I had a label on my little honey jar that I had just used this morning. I dropped a couple drops of lemon oil on there and it really breaks up all that stickiness. So it's a great way to use your lemon oil just every day in your household activities too. And then eucalyptus. So eucalyptus is the oil of wellness. It helps you to feel more empowered and encouraged. It can help to reduce tension. I love, love, love to take eucalyptus and spearmint together and create a little spa-like environment in my bathroom. So one of the things that I will do is I will just remove the lid and I'll fling a little dropper full on my shower wall. Now, the reason that I do this on my shower wall instead of dropping it right on the shower floor is because you drop it on the shower floor and it gets washed down almost immediately. If you fling it on your wall, the essential oils are still hanging out there on the wall while you're showering, and all of the steam pulls up the aromatic properties of it, and it's very, very, very spa-like. And then what I do, because I love to apply oils topically, is I will then take my little hand while I'm in the shower and rub it on me with my body wash too. So great for the skin, great for cleaning surfaces in the air. You can use eucalyptus in your mouth rinse if you'd like to, along with your spearmint. It would make a great one. Combine it in a spray bottle and wipe down your kitchen or bathroom. Great to blend with Breathe, cardamom, fennel, lime, patchouli, peppermint, rosemary, and spikenard. And it can also offer some soothing support during menstruation when applied directly to the lower abdomen. So some fun ways that you can use eucalyptus there. Like I said, I love the key phrase, becoming a healer in your own home. And it's really as simple as getting your oils, getting a book, and starting to learn and apply them. Now, if you're interested in getting a book, don't have one yet, contact me, we'll get you hooked up. I do have an online app also that I can hook you up with, and doTERRA.com has tremendous learning opportunities. Besides that, you have a community of health-minded people. If you are on Facebook, we've got a phenomenal Facebook group with some educational opportunities there. I do, when we're able to, local events, and I've done a ton of online events currently. So we've got those continuing education classes happening, webinars every Wednesday morning, and we've been doing Jeopardy on Saturday nights, and it's been super, super fun and a great way to learn more about essential oil usage. So there are 3 types of customers that get involved with doTERRA. there are those that just want to learn and use them, maybe for themselves and their family members. There are sharers, those that are finding the great benefits in the oils and may want to host a class or refer their friends and family members to us for their own essential oil education. Or those that want to utilize this opportunity, see the value in the oils, want to build some extra income, either extra income or completely replacing their income. There's the opportunity for all of that. So whatever your level is, I would love to help you figure out the best way to support you in your journey. So there's 3 ways to purchase: retail, wholesale, and then what I like to think of as below wholesale. So if you have a friend or a family member that's interested in getting their own enrollment order, especially today, we have a great opportunity. We've got a couple of different starter kits available. We've got our small bottle starter kit, which is our top 10 oils with a diffuser. We have our large bottle starter kit, which is our top 10 body and mind oils with a diffuser. And we have the opportunity to get any of the enrollment kits plus spearmint gets you not only your lemon and eucalyptus for free, but if you have someone interested in getting their own enrollment kit today, I have the opportunity to also get them a free bottle of Citrus Bliss. Now, this is something very specific to me and very specific for this month is I'm doing something called Diamond Club, where if you connect me with your friend or family member that's looking to get their membership, I can get them the free bottle of Citrus Bliss and possibly even a free adaptive. So if you are wanting to join us for more, or like I said, have friends or family that are interested, these are some of the continuing education classes that we have coming up. This coming Friday, that's tomorrow. So tomorrow at 11, I'll be focusing on women's health and hormones. This coming Saturday, we've got our Jeopardy, Saturday at 7 p.m. And then next week, Monday and Friday, my continuing education classes. Monday at night are oils for every age. And then Friday morning is essential oils and pain. If you are interested in hosting your own class, it's super, super easy. I do all of the teaching. I set up all of the slides. We can have a focus or a theme if you are interested. But your job would be bringing your friends and your family, connecting with them, inviting them. And I even love to send out little samples so that your friends and family have an oil experience while they're in the class. But it's a great way for your friends and family to learn how to empower themselves through the usage of essential oils. And you have the opportunity to earn either free oils or even some cash for hosting your own online class. So if that interests you, please connect with me and we'll take care of it. We'll get it started. So summing up today's takeaways, grab yourself a kit if you haven't gotten one. Grab your BOGO for today if you haven't gotten it. Connect with your host. Connect to host if you're interested. And like I said, if your friend or family member is looking for a free product, connect with me and I'll get them a code for that. And then join our community.